Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a quick little video. I'm on Desmo, so I have it set on projector mode, so everything will show up nice and thick. And we're going to have x minus h raised to the second power divided by a raised to the second power minus y minus k raised to the second power divided by b raised to the second power, and everything needs to be equals to 1. This is just the general formula for hyperboloid, and I need a slider for all 4 of these. Now, I'm going to set my center here with h and k to be 0, 0. So you'll notice, like my hyperboloid, these little two pieces here, this is where it's going to intersect. The second thing that we need to notice is you'll notice I have a as the piece that's underneath. So one nice thing about the way that this is set up is if I do this, and let's just say, I don't know, like negative 6 to 6, and negative 6 to 6. If I play A and I turn A on, all that's going to happen is my hyperboloid is just going to shift. Well, here, you're going to see what it looks like. It's going to do that. Specifically, these numbers, this is exactly the value of A on the left side and on the right side. And an important piece of information to know about A, let's do 1. Oh, 10. Okay. And for B, let's just go ahead and set this as 1 to 10. Is that these two pieces actually set some important information up. So one thing you're going to notice is that it's always x equals a and x equals negative a. And what's always going to happen is, specifically, there's going to be like a box that's existent here, and the box important two pieces of information are that the box is always going to intersect at those two spots. So even as I play A, those intersection points, that A, whatever that A value is, so it's 1.9 right now, it's always going to intersect there. The important piece of information that we need to recognize, though, is that I don't need my graph to open up and down, or I'm sorry, left and right. I need it to open up and down. So this is bullshit. And really, I need to go with this one. So y minus k, and that's a b. Oops. There we go. And x minus h. And this is an a, because specifically the question at the moment says I need it to have intercepts at these two spots. So the most important key piece of information is that we need the y minus k stuff to be whatever's in front. Now, you'll notice obviously that this doesn't really work, and that's because I need to change this to y, and I need to change this to b. Because, ta-da! And y and the negative b, and ta-da again. Now, one important key piece of information, let me go ahead and just set this back to here. Oop, not 10, I'm sorry, 1. There we go. One important key piece of information, and this is just like a general FYI about hyperbola's work, there's an important equation that's going to exist, and that's in this case, it's y equals, in this case, it's going to be b over b minus, and then times x. I'm sorry, not b minus, a, b divided by a, my bad. Okay, I hate Desmos. Okay. And specifically, what's important about this thing here is we're going to have both of them, so it's going to be the exact same thing on the other side, and ta-da! And so when I change A, you'll notice my values here on my nice little red line here and my nice little black line here, the whole defining key feature about a hyperboloid, or any hyperboloid I should say rather, is that it's defined by these things. It's never going to hit this line. So as I make A a bigger number, and I make b a different number, all that it does is make this thing here, it just widens and flattens the box that your box is going to be. Like if you want to envision this to here, like you've got a nice little box between these 4 points. So changing the b value is going to raise your box up or bring your box down, and changing your a value is going to make your box wider or thinner. Okay, so again, the most important key feature here is that right now I've got it set to just 1 and 1. And in my original equation, this is the one that I really need up here at the green. The important key feature is that b is underneath y and a is underneath x. So the whole thing, answer solutions a and b, they don't do anything. They don't care about anything just because they have x as my positive terms, which means my hyperbola is just going to open up the wrong way. Parts C and D have this number set as 4, not b squared set as 4, but just this set as 4 and as 8. So if that's the case, I would have to change b to 2, because 2 squared is 4, but that's not going to have me exactly where I need it to be. And then at 8, I'd have to do 2 root 2. So that would mean I'd have to do this, and then a square root, and then another 2, and we see, oh no, it's still not in the right spot. So I would just go ahead and change this number to 4, because it needs to be a 4, which means b to the second power has to be. The whole thing about a, and the question doesn't really tell you anything about what you might need for it. A could be anything. It doesn't matter. It's kind of irrelevant, just so long as it's a number that's not negative and not 0. If it's negative, you don't have a hyperboloid, and if it's 0, then you don't have an equation. Hopefully this helps. If you need anything else, just, let me know. Thanks, bye.